Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Some books entertain us, some books teach us, and then there are books like The Kite Runner, which carve themselves on our soul. This is not just a story, it's, it's like a mirror reflecting the darkest corners of human emotions, like guilt, redemption, love, and the unbreakable threads of our past. Today, we take a deep dive into Khaled Hosseini's masterpiece, a novel that makes you confront the rawest parts of what it means to be a human. Before we step into this beautiful story, let's talk about the man behind it. Khaled Hosseini, an Afghan American novelist and a former physician, was born in Kabul, Afghanistan. He had to flee his country during the Soviet invasion. His writing echoes with the pain of displacement, the yearning for the lost home, and the emotional scars that a war leaves behind. The Kite Runner, his debut novel, became a phenomenon not just for its storytelling, but its ability to make the readers feel every heartbeat of each character. At its core, The Kite Runner is a story of two boys, Amir and Hassan, living in 1970s Afghanistan. Amir, a privileged son of a very wealthy businessman, and Hassan, the son of their servant, are bound by their childhood innocence, their friendship, and the stories that they tell each other at the quiet of the night. But beneath the surface, their bond is woven by the harsh realities of class, power, and the invisible chains of social divide. Hassan is loyal to a fault. For you, thousand times over are the words that will echo throughout the book, haunting and heartbreaking. And then there is that moment where everything changes. A violent betrayal, a single moment of cowardice, and that unraveling of friendship that seemed unbreakable earlier. Here is when Hosseini doesn't just tell a story to you, he makes you live it. He forces you to see the human frailty in the most painful form. As Afghanistan crumbles, Amir and his father flee to America, leaving behind their home, the childhood, and the guilt that never fades. It just keeps waiting for you, lingering on. And with just a phone call, that thought comes that there is a way to be good again. Amir is thrust back into his past and to relive everything he thought he has forgotten. And this return to Afghanistan is not just a physical one, it's his repenting and that searching of the darkest corners of his conscience. Kite Runner isn't this just the story of Amir. It is the story of the relationship between father and son, the weight of the expectations, and how love sometimes can feel like the most impossible thing to hold on to. It is the story of the cost of silence, the past regrets, and the desperate need for redemption. Hosseini forces you to ask, can you make amends? Can you rewrite your past by choosing courage in the present? Perhaps the most powerful aspect of the Kite Runner is the humanity it breathes into Afghanistan. Too often we see these countries as headlines, as tragedies in the news. But Hosseini reminds you that it was a home, a place of laughter, of love, of family, of belongingness. And Hosseini makes sure that you remember this throughout the book. One of the most striking feature of this Kite Runner is the relationship between Amir and his father, Baba. Now, Baba is this larger than life figure. He's bold, he has high expectations, and he is like principled, and Amir constantly seeks validation and approval of his father. But as the story proceeds, you see the flaws, the secrets, the contradictions, and this burden Baba carries with him. This novel doesn't just explore the father son relationship, it actually peels it layer by layer, exposing the love, the pain, and the unspoken words that are passed on through generations and generations. Guilt is the invisible character in the Kite Runner. It lingers in every scene, in every decision Amir makes. It drives the narrative. It is shaping all his choices, his self-worth, his relationships. And the way Hosseini portrays guilt is so real and so visceral that it almost feels like pressing against our own chest. And yet, redemption is always within reach. It is painful, it's messy, but it's always possible. So the Kite Runner isn't just a story of a tragedy, right? It is a lesson on resilience and the human capacity to change. Hassan is the heart of the story. He is kind, unwavering, loyal, but deeply tragic. Later in the stage, we meet his son, Saurabh, and history repeats itself, and it's Amir's responsibility to break this cycle. In rescuing Saurabh, Amir is not just rescuing a little boy, he is confronting his own demons, his own past, his own guilt, his own failures. And this is where we see the full weight of Hosseini's storytelling, the cost of redemption. By the time you finish this book, you won't be sane. You might find yourself wiping your tears, or you feel this lingering stiffness in your chest. But the most important thing that you're going to find is hope. Because at its heart, Kite Runner is all about redemption. It tells you that redemption is always possible. No matter how much you have lost, there is always a way to move forward. And there is always time to be good again. So, have you read The Kite Runner? What was your take on this book? Let's talk about it in the comment section. And if you haven't read it yet, do yourself a favor and read it, feel it, and let it change you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more bookish content. Until next time, keep reading and keep feeling.